Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I thought I wish you a wonderful day today. I hope you're having a good day. I'm very curious to know. Please leave me a comment to let me know how you traversing it. How you feel. For feeling is more important than what we think. What we think is important because it determines the direction of our life. But how we feel is really so. We need to find good feeling thoughts to tune into that. Thank you also for liking and sharing, and as well as for not to forget to subscribe and for your donation. I'm very, very grateful right now. It really assists me. And if you want a private consultation, you can send me an email. So it is very important to wake up every day, as much as possible, with two things. How may I serve today? And what great blessing shall come my way? We never know what great blessing, what miracles can come into our life today. Sometimes, as Seneca used to say, we suffer more from our imagination than from the truth. Sometimes we're expecting some. If we, the Stoic were a little, they were always expecting the worst, and sometimes the worst would happen. So it's important to always expect the best and to be ready if something doesn't go as we plan. But always to condition our mind to be positive, because very soon the last trumpet will play, and there will be no more choice. We've given this time, this extension of time, so that more people can make the choice towards the truth of their heart. I'm going to pull out a few cards, show some art, sing a song, but I wanted to discuss a few ideas. I wanted to rebound on the idea that we live in a magnetic universe. Our local universe is made of millions of planets and stars. The star cloud of Nebadon, it's centered around the Pleiades. It's on the edge of the Milky Way, and our own planet is on the edge of that cloud. So we're really on the edge of the edge of the edge. The Milky Way is the very center, the heart center of the super universe of Orvonton, with the Magellan clouds and the Draco and all kinds of little galaxies that surround it. Not Andromeda. Andromeda is another super universe that's far more developed than our own. It's the first super universe, but the seventh super universe. It's the slowest super universe. But in each super universe, there are 100,000 local universe that are unique, independent unit of creation with unique laws. And because we are at the very edge of our local universe, some space traveler, extraterrestrial in the past, there is no border or wall between the universe in the galaxy, the local universe. So they used to come into this universe with no clue on how things work, because here it's all about magnetism, cause and effect. But they come from other universes that were completely different in their way of functioning. So we come from. I'm just sharing some thoughts. Some people may want to think something different. They may want to believe in the Big Bang and materialistic scientists, materialistic science, and Santa Claus. Whatever we want to believe is okay. It's acceptable. I'm just sharing some thoughts. So to me, when this universe was created from the 0 point, the original home. And from the dark matter emerged matter and antimatter that forms the 12th dimension of our sub-universe. Matter is the physical part of what is life we know it's made of particles for the most part. Matter, what we call matter, we can see it, we can touch it. And antimatter, it's not like what they say, what they'll try to sell you. I see that sometimes, it makes me laugh, because they are at the CERN, they're creating antimatter, but antimatter cannot exist in matter. They're trying to open doorways into negative dimension so that demons could enter, like in the Avengers thing, but it didn't work because the hole was too small. But in truth, antimatter is the forces of love and fear. We have positive antimatter, which is love, and negative antimatter, which is fear. And antimatter is the force, it's far greater forces that surrounds matter, that is the force that makes the change happen, because change is also an eternal constant. The world of matter is eternally changing and renewing itself, and it is the force of antimatter, the force of love and fear, the consciousness that pushes the transformation. From a high standpoint, we can say that Jehovah or Yahweh works within the matter universe, and Allah, he works within the antimatter universe. It's the force that moves things. So it's the universe is created from a single point of light, and then there is a pendulum that swings. So you need to bring the pendulum, to stop the pendulum, to tune in to the vertical axis, to the single string of light, all the way to the point where the pillar of light will be anchoring that. But for now, it's just a single string of light, and so. But we made from half light. We're at the end of the great spiral, so the first universe that were created were made from full spectrum light, but we only have a half light. So it is more challenging here, but there is a great deal of evolution that are happening. For time is accelerated and it is compressed. There is more and more experiences that are happening each day, each week, each month. So it's getting more and more intense, and the emotions are getting stronger. What we seek to always have is the balance and harmony between all those forces within, to stay temperated. For any dimensional attainment, for we live in a submatrix of 12 dimensions, we're moving right now, for most people, from third to fourth, but for all the enlightened one, from fourth to fifth. Eventually everybody will be in fifth or above, but there is 12 dimensional matrix, and the attainment of any dimension is relative to the degree of integration of the source consciousness within ourselves. The more we are able to integrate this God light and energy and consciousness, the more we'll be able to be elevated within the multi-dimensional matrix. Right now, we're moving on the emotional level from the lower force to the higher force, to have more positive emotions. So it is important to be aware that we are the master controller of all our life. Our soul is the architect and the director of all the experiences of our life. So the spiritual truth is at the beginning, it has to be integrated mentally. We accept it through our faith. Through our faith, we have faith. We read something or we receive an information and we accept it mentally. But eventually, it has to become an integrated part of our living experience. So just hang in there, because whatever spiritual truth you're cultivating within your mind, eventually you're going to be experiencing it. For religious experience, has to go from the dogma experiences of someone else's interpretation, to a personal relationship of connection and communion with your Creator. For God is present in all things, and what He seeks is communion with His creation. So some truths are universal, they're invariable. The laws of the universe, they do not change. Yet there are many aspects that are very, very personal. Some things will work for someone, will not work for someone else. Something is allowed for somebody, it's not allowed for somebody else. It's all about our level of evolution. Certain things that are completely acceptable to some souls that are young souls, but as a more mature soul, certain things is not for you. You just gotta go with the flow. Huh? So there is right now the deactivation of all kinds of implants, energetic implants we had that used to bring fear and doubt, reactivate fear and doubt all the time. So it is very important to continue to use the violet fire, called the Master Saint Germain, to assist you whenever you need, and breathe this divine light within. For there is the divine light is more powerful than anything from the darkness. So because as we ascend within the unity consciousness, we maintain our individuality. We're not losing our individuality within the unity. We are aware that we're part of a group consciousness. And it's not about everybody thinks the same or has the same principle. We just know that we're united in purpose, in the sense of love and wisdom, and going in the same dimension, the same direction, as a complementary force. So I hope this message was interesting for you. Continue to cultivate that sense of connection. There is such a great, such a wonderful opening that is going on. I was asked a question about food, was to eat meat or vegetables. Originally, human beings were made to eat vegetables, fruits, and cereals. But in time, we became omnivore. We eat all kinds of things. So for me, I awakened to spirituality. It's just my perception. I'm just giving you an opinion on that. I awakened to spirituality through esoteric Buddhism, through Buddhist monk. And so I had to realize that I was only eating meat in my life, and it took me 2 or 3 years to completely quit. First the mammals, then the birds, then the fish, and then eventually I stayed about 2 3 years completely vegetarian, although there's a lot of vegetables I cannot eat. I still find a way to live. But then I became very sick, and I had to go back to eating meat. But I do have soul connection and relationship to the animal. So I've, except for pork, I've contacted. I've this agreement where I can eat all kinds of meat without being bothered, because an animal will carry the emotion of, if it's been mistreated or if he has fear within themselves. Fear will have to be handled by the person with it. And to eat pork is like in the religion, in Judaic or Muslim religion, they say not to eat pork, not because pork is a bad meat, but at the time there was no refrigeration. And so pork would go bad very quickly, and people would get sick. So that's why God recommended to not eat that meat. But personally, just listen to your body. Try to decrease the volume of meat, the volume of food in general, and avoid chemically transformed food. Listen to what your body needs. There is no absolute rule. It all depends on us. But it is easier to eat living food than dead food. But sometimes the protein is that you find within meat can bring. I have friends that are vegans. They make delicious meal, but for me, it's like at some point I do need certain. Accept that I went back to eating meat. So it's not. So I just wanted to say it's of course it's easier, and it's more compassionate to eat. Mostly when you haven't had this connection on the soul level to the soul of the animal. Once you have a connection on the soul of the animal, it will bring you bliss sometimes just to be in contact, because you're freeing the soul of the animal just by eating it. But that's not the case for 99.99999% of the people who eat meat. So it is preferable to eat light in general, but listen to your body. Your body will know what it needs, and do not judge yourself one way or the other. The card of the day is the miracle, the blessing, the amazing, unexpected miracle and blessing. What great blessing shall come to my way today? The day is just starting, so let's just be open to that. The higher wisdom is the soulmate, to be ready to reconnect, to connect to our soulmate on the physical plane. For the alignment has to come energetically before it can actually come in the physical. What we need to understand is why the books are going to be opening. We're opening the books. We have to understand. It's all about. There is a lot of understanding that will come into our mind, and it's very important to why things have had to happen a certain way as well. What we need to do is to stay connected to our center. It's all that shine. It's all the wonderful thing of the surface, but do not be blinded by the material surface reality. Yet it is all great as long as we stay connected to know that our only true wealth is our connection to the Creator. Then we can enjoy all the other wealth. But otherwise, it's just a passing thing. And the outcome is imagination, a lot of creativity and imagination. All of that is going to catalyze into. It's going to be quite fun. So I did manage to buy some paper. I thank you very much. Some friend of mine sent me a little bit of money so I could buy some paper and continue painting. And I thank you very much. Not to forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and to comment as well as for your donations. I really appreciate. And so I created a few little paintings. It'd be nice to see them framed. This one is more on the blue. This one is more on the fiery. More is water. The other one is fire. I'm not really sure if I'm going to give them title. Maybe titles are very important in surrealist paintings, but in a lot of other art, it's not as essential. This one makes me think a bit of Twombly, the artist Twombly, Cy Twombly. Although it doesn't look like a Twombly, but it's. And there's two more. There are all kinds of little stories in those paintings. I haven't had a chance. I think I'll be able to explore them more when they get framed. And it's going to be up on the wall. So thank you very much for your presence. I must say, was complaining that I didn't sing in my last few videos, so they said, and they sent me a song to sing. So I'm gonna sing a song. It's a song when you're not with the person you love. You can hope that this person is dreaming of you. It's called "Dream a Little Dream of Me." Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just say this, yes. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me. Classical song. So I'm going to pull a few cards to finish this message, and we have to rely more and more on God, because He's the one that has the power. He's got it all. He knows, and He's got the wisdom, and He cares for us. So the card of the day is striving. It's prosperity. It's really like we already have to condition ourselves to already be and to be ready for great acceleration in the program of our life. The higher wisdom is inner peace. Stay calm, stay at peace. What needs to be understood is protection. We are always protected. Our guardian angels and master guides are protecting. They have our back. And we are protecting, we are guarding a vision. And we are protecting other people just by sending lights of energy around them. You can always ask that those you love may be protected, to expand your protection around other people. What we need to do is leadership, to assume the responsibility of much larger. We're getting ready to assume a lot more responsibility in this world. So just continue to cultivate your sense of leadership. I think leadership is one thing that all children should be taught, and independence and independence. And the outcome is going to be going forward. And so we're really going forward. It's like we're really shifting into a new energy, and we're really ready to move forwards and embrace the change. Well, thank you very much, my friends. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.